Hey guys, yo, time up, man. Grab a glass. I couldn't find the drink. I can't lie. I don't think I have any left, but orange juice will do the trick, people. Listen, I don't want to hear nobody come talk to me about, oh, it's only Fulham. It's only Fulham. Listen, Fulham got robbed at the Etihad and Fulham drew at the Emirates. But I'm not going to hype them up too much. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to collect some flowers for some of my players. I'm going to enjoy the win. We're going to enjoy, because we don't get an opportunity very often in the last year to wax lyrical about players, performances, goals. Not one goal, plural. 2 goals. 2 whole goals in one day. This is what we get. If we get 2 goals in a month, we have a competition for goal of the month. We have an award ceremony. We have options. We rent out NSG for a concert. We have everything. So today, to have 2 whole goals to discuss, to have a clean sheet, to have good performances, good football, I'm going to enjoy. And then I'm going to get stuck in for the Burnley game in a couple of days. But I'm going to definitely enjoy this, because I just don't get to enjoy football as much as I used to. So I'm going to savor it and I'm going to enjoy it, guys. And I think you should too. Don't worry too much about whatever people are saying. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to praise our players today. Really good performance, professional and perfect. Perfect and then professional. I'm going to find what's going. I'm going to see if there's any injury updates, because if the tweets are tweeting, let me know. Because we need updates on those little injuries and cramps and whatnot. But we must talk about the performance today, guys, because we really don't get this often. And it was perfect and then professional. 2 different halves, completely contrast, not the same in any type of way. But they had to be implemented out there today. It needed to be done. What you don't want is this, kind of 2 games of 2 halves, 2 completely different halves of the same game. You don't want to see this knee-jerk performance, this kind of up and down and heart rate shit. No, we want it controlled, completely controlled. And really, when you think about it, we didn't really let Fulham get into this at all. There was no moment where I looked at that game and I thought, oh, Fulham might score here. Fulham, no. Sanchez had to make 1 big save. He made a save, and it was straight at him. You have to get that done. But apart from that today, we were in control. We were really in control. So, yeah, man, big up everybody in the chat. Really good to see young guys growing up so quickly before us, in front of our eyes. What's necessary. The London derby, we reclaiming the West. Do you know what I'm saying? Reclaim the West. We're taking 1 borough back at a time. Yeah? We got Arsenal in a couple of weeks. So hopefully I don't get cooked for that one. But we're taking 1 borough back at a time. We need to reclaim London. London's got out of hand. So today, noisy neighbours Fulham have been silenced a little bit, thankfully. We go to the next one. But now, seriously, we must talk on these performances. I want to start with the first 3 minutes. I want to start with the first 3 minutes, because would you believe if I told you in 3 minutes we should be like 2-3-0 up? We got off to a flying start. I mean, flying start. It was just a blaze, a fire. It was just light the matchstick. As soon as the kickoff whistle went, as soon as this happened, bang. Boop, 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 boop. It's like fireworks night. It just started popping off. We just started moving mad. Chances were getting created left, right, and center. But unfortunately, we were missing. Mudryk had a good opportunity over the bar. Broja as well. Broja's miss. I mean, it was wild. I'm glad he got his goal, because went round the keeper, did the hard work, skied it. But got off to a great start, guys. And we have to take note of that, because many times this season, especially in the first chunk of games, and I don't really know why. I mean, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Why at the start of the season did we get off to such slow starts? But we remember at the start of the season, first 10, 15 minutes, we were out the traps. We were out the doors slowly. There was a lot of, poor goals conceded first, and, not really pushing ourselves to the max from the beginning and just kind of being all passive and whatnot. So it's good to see that we started the game quickly and with authority. Do you know what I'm saying? With conviction. We had intention today. We came out there and we knew from day one, from first minute, what the job was, what the task was. And listen, we know we have to win this game. We know we have to beat Burnley, because we know the fixture list coming up. So it's about time that the performance reflects that. And, Fulham, I feel very much how I feel with Fulham, how I felt against Bournemouth and how I feel against Aston Villa. These games in particular, we were not shown any respect. But I'm not asking for respect because we don't deserve respect. The teams we play continue to keep attacking or leaving these high lines or these gaps because we don't need no low blocks, because where we are on the table, we don't deserve to play low blocks. These guys, Fulham, Bournemouth, and Aston Villa, they just opened up themselves, man. They opened up themselves. There was so much space. There was so much space. We were astronauts out there, guys. There was space everywhere. It was unbelievable. Gallagher picking it up, Palmer picking it up. It was almost felt like pre-season a little bit at times. But thankfully, the finishing actually represented what was in front of us, because we've seen so many times in those games that I just mentioned, Chelsea will have their time. Chelsea will have their space. They'll have their chances and they won't take them. Today, we took the chances. But before we get into the goals individually, I want to speak on the lineup, because Pochettino today, he spoke about before the match Gallagher playing in this kind of double pivot partnership with Caicedo. And you know how I feel. I've said it in my previews. I want to see Palmer, Gallagher. If Gallagher's going to play, and I don't usually have him starting. He was really good today. I don't really have him starting. If he's going to play him higher up and play Enzo deeper. And today it happened. Today, it's like he decided to play games with us. He said, oh, Gallagher's going to play deep. Gallagher's going to... Bro, Enzo was next to Caicedo today. And Gallagher was in the 10. And it was so much more balanced in possession. In the first half, I'm seeing Enzo and Caicedo having the most touches. And they're playing it back and forth to one another. And it's beautiful. And if you add Levi Colwell's passing onto that, and Palmer dropping in from the right wing into the central midfield areas, you've got ballers in the first phase, in the second phase. That's what you want. You've got awareness, you've got vision, but most importantly, you've got actual application. You've got actual intention to play the pass, and then the actual ability to play it, and then it's actually completed. And then you've got runners in Mudryk, and you've got runners in Broja and in Jackson when he comes back. So really, really happy with the setup in midfield. It didn't look like on the team sheet it was going to be that way, but it was really, really good. Cole Palmer today, man of the match. He won the poll on the watch along. People were saying Palmer for man of the match. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree. This guy today was the glue. We're going to get into it, but I agree with the chat. I see you popping off. We're going to get to Palmer. I'm kind of playing with you. I want Palmer to kind of get his flowers later on. We're building up to that. Do you know what I mean? We're building to it because Palmer was something else. But yeah, really happy with Pochettino on that. We saw Colwell at left back again. You know my thoughts. I want him at centre back, but he got an assist, which is where we're going next. He got an assist. But I want to go through some statistics as well at the end of this, just to kind of clarify everything. But he got an assist, Colwell. It was a beautiful pass for the first goal. And some people may have him as man of the match. I don't know. But I think Levi Colwell, even though I want him at centre back, he had a good performance today. Really, really good performance. So listen, it's weird because I don't want to see him there, but even though, you know, he's done a very good job. So it kind of justifies Pochettino in a way, even though he was brilliant against Brighton, he played centre back. So listen, he's showing some versatility. Maybe later on down the line, it's going to help him in his career if he plays centre back, but he's played left back and he's comfortable defending in wide areas and in the channels. So long term, it should help his career. But obviously right now, I prefer him at centre back. But we know for the height, and I've spoken about it so many times, the height in this team, Pochettino wants a bit of height. So he's putting in that third centre back for the height, I think. I think it's been mentioned as well. So it is what it is. So Colwell, what an assist. First goal, brilliant, clipped ball over the top for Mudryk. It is an inch perfect pass. And Colwell has been doing this for games on games on games. This guy is so comfortable clipping the ball over the top of people's heads and just putting it into zones that is just going to set this team up to attack a lot faster, much more direct. He's got the passing ability of a midfielder playing in defense. And it just allows us to have an extra creative person in possession. And for me, that pass makes the goal. It's a great touch from Mudryk. It's a really good finish, but the pass is perfect and it's through the legs. And I'm so glad that Mudryk put that in because he needed a goal. Everybody knows Mudryk has been getting his fair share heat, no GA and all that shit. Cool. Silence, goal has gone in, we move. So it was a good weekend for them type of players. You know, Thabz, he got his goal. Mudryk got his goal. I think Mount got an assist in midweek, was it? Against Palace. So everybody that was kind of, you know, everybody that was kind of making up noise on them three, Everybody got their own. You know what I mean? Everybody ate. So that's nice. That's nice for those guys. We'll see who kicks on now. Hopefully it will be our guy. So Mudryk with his goal, good finish. And then literally, guys, I would say it was no later than, I don't know, how many seconds was in between the goals? Because me on the watch along, I'm still basking in the glory. I'm still taking it all in. The goal's gone in, the adrenaline, there's no VAR, the blood is pumping, I'm celebrating, and then I see another goal. I don't really understand what's happened, but there's another goal. And it's happened so quickly. You only say 82 seconds. 82 seconds in between the goals. I'm thinking to myself, surely this is a dream. I've got one goal. I'm happy. I predicted 1-0. If I can get a goal a game, I'm good. I get a goal a month. So when I get a goal a game, I'm good. 2 goals in 82 seconds? Huh, I nearly passed out. I couldn't believe it. I had to check. I was going to do my own VAR check. Do you know what I'm saying? I was confused. I was discombobulated. So when that went in, then my whole blood pressure went up again. I started doing a madness. I had to change the score from 0-0 to 2-0. I never thought I'd see the day. And it's a goal that we deserve. It's not a great finish. It just hit him. But it is what it is. I don't give a damn. Broja, it's good to have you back. I hope you're fine. I'm looking for updates. If you see any quotes, let me know in the chat. Pochettino, if he said anything on these cramps and these injuries, I'll throw them up on screen. But Broja, really happy for him because I was really big on waiting for Broja to come back. And it's not to say I don't want another striker because I think if you're playing one up front, you need probably 3 strikers. My rule is that one of those strikers ideally can play in another position so it's not over bloated if everybody's fit. And then, of course, if you've got 2 strikers, then you go for the 4. We've seen teams have 4 strikers before and mix and rotate them well. Man City had done it with Edin Dzeko and they had Aguero and 2 other guys as well. United, of course, the famous 99 team. Even Chelsea, I think, with Kalou and Anelka and Drogba and one other. So, listen, it can be done. We need 3 strikers, but it's, I didn't want people to give up on Broja. I think Broja, obviously, he's gone off, a bit tired, a bit rusty, should have scored another goal. But really, really good to see him get a goal. I think it's deserved. He's worked very hard to come back. And I think the player's got some potential. I think he's a good player. He holds up the ball very well. He's quite strong. He's quite deceptively quick if he recovers from this injury properly. And Boney and Jovetic. Yes, correct. Very good on the City strikers. So yeah, I think, listen, Broja, what is his potential? We don't know. But I think for me, see how he's recovered from the injury. I think he's just a very good player. And I think he's kind of been forgotten about. So I'm glad he's kind of got his goal today and he's back in people's conversations again because he's good to have, I think. And there's still work to be done. And Pochettino is a big fan. I remember in pre-season, Pochettino was speaking about Broja a lot. Can't wait for him to come back and whatnot. So listen, when Jackson's off for the AFCON, we're probably going to go for one in January anyway. But that's good competition between the 2 young strikers. I think they both have potential. There's a lot of development to be done. Whoever is the more clinical wins. That's how I see it. So good for him. Good for your second goal. And who created that opportunity won't get the assist because of the defender. It was Palmer. So really good stuff. Now, in terms of the general, Palmer, like I said, fantastic performance. This guy, when he receives the ball in tight spaces, 2-3 people on him, he's a thinker. He has some sort of individualism about him, right? Even though he's come from City and there's a system and whatnot, he's got this individualism about him and this intelligence and the IQ to think of a solution for himself. And he's very, very tidy and he assesses that pitch. It's like he's sometimes playing PlayStation. I like that type of player. So it's been a while, with Mudryk, with Sterling, with Madueke, we don't really have that creative assessor, of a winger, but we have it in Palmer now. Palmer's more of a creative winger in terms of the pass. We have creative wingers in terms of the dribble, in terms of running in behind, in terms of pace. We don't have a visionary. We don't have a vision. We don't have a all-seeing winger. This guy sees everything. This guy sees the picture. So I'm really happy to have him. And I was saying it as well in the watch along. When you've got players like him, and then you've got Enzo, and you've got Caicedo, who's looking really tidy. Someone made a really good point that maybe Caicedo didn't really have the best of pre-seasons because he was in limbo about leaving. So maybe his first few Chelsea games were a bit rusty, maybe a lack of fitness. He's now starting to calm down, much better today. Some really key interceptions, some really key tackles. I want to see if I can get some statistics up for you guys. Really good performance from Caicedo. The whole midfield, Gallagher, Enzo, Caicedo, really good. Gallagher doing the dirty work at times, winning the ball back, winning his duels, and good in possession. Carried the ball a couple of times, didn't give it away in stupid areas, just did his job, and looked good while doing it at times as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with the dynamic in the midfield, and this is the midfield at its bare minimum, because we have Lavia to come into this later on. We have Nkuku to come back. We have Carney, who wasn't on the bench today, but we saw he's back in training. So you add those three guys into this, you've got options. You've got serious options now in the 10 and in the double pivot. So I'm very excited. If that midfield if we can get everybody back fit, second half of the season, I saw some reports that Pochettino's kind of fitness regime and his schedule in preseason is more tailor-made to the back end of the season, peak fitness, peak performance. That's what I want to see, because we know that up until Christmas, let's be honest, this is going to be a rough ride. Got a tough fixture list. We're going to lose some games. There's going to be more heartache on the way. Once we get to early December and it's your Evertons and your Sheffield Uniteds, we need to go on a run, guys. We need to go on a serious run so we can make ground up. And I'm still not giving up on the Champions League spot. I've never given up on it. And if this fitness peaks at the back end, we can avoid injuries. We have talented players. We have a talented manager. We can definitely make some moves on people. And for me, like I said, when everybody's playing Europe and everybody's got a cluster fuck of fixtures and they're getting tired, that's when we need to start peaking. And if we can go on a bit of a run, you never know. So very happy with those options when they're available. And obviously defensively, listen, we kept a clean sheet. We must talk about a certain Cucurella. Silver, job done. Normal. We're going to read the super chats. Don't worry. Decisive, normal. But listen, he's actually been underrated. I think he's, again, give him time. Gradually improving. A lot of people were on his neck. Decisive, on his neck from the get-go. And obviously, Chalobah had a little bit of something to do with it in terms of the amount we've paid and whatnot. But that's none of his fault. Give him time to get himself bedded into the league, etc., etc. He's improving gradually. When was the last time now he made a serious error? It hasn't happened. He's slowly but surely doing his job, going about his business quietly. He's just under the radar. When the players are back fit, is he going to start? Who knows? Fofana, who knows? Badiashile, really good player when he came in. Who knows? But there's options. But this guy is just slowly clocking up his experience in this league, slowly getting to grips. And I'm very happy with his performance today. And the last game, and I think even the game before that, he's really slowly just improving. So good for him, because I think he's got a little bit of unnecessary heat. And I think it's mainly down to Chalobah and not really anything to do with him as an individual. Because I've mentioned even when he was going through his rough patch, one thing that this guy is not slacking on his aerials. He is winning his duels. Like aerially, this guy's a beast. And on the ball, some nice switches, etc. But Cucurella, I will not go anywhere. I will not go anywhere without giving Cucurella his flowers. That's the second game in a row at right back where this guy has shut up shop on that side. And do you know what? For me, I don't ever see a right back playing that's left-footed. So this is so odd. It kind of breaks the rules of football. It's like the unspoken rule, you just don't do it. We've seen Azpilicueta go to left back under Jose Mourinho in a title win. We've seen Cancelo go to Manchester City on the left back. You've seen it happen on that side, Even Tomiyasu last season. But a left-footed defender on the right back just looks wrong. And it still looks wrong. Okay, I know he's doing well, but it looks wrong. It just looks wrong. But he's playing so well. And he needs his flowers. And I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it again. This guy has been booed by his own fans, and I will always stick up for these players that get booed by their own fans. I don't care how badly someone's playing. Even me with my Lukaku agenda, I would still probably not boo him. I'm not gonna lie, in person, because it just doesn't help. Once they cross that line and they're playing for Chelsea and they got that kit on and it sounds all yerda and it sounds very, I don't know, proper Chelsea of me. But if they've crossed that white line, I'm sorry, they are now wearing your kit. They're wearing your colors. They're holding your crest to the chest. They need the backing. because at the end of the day, I don't care who it is. If they're playing for your team, I need you to perform. I need to win. So Cucurella has been booed by his own fans. He's had personal problems. He has had a rough start to his Chelsea career, and he's expensive, and his price tag is definitely coming into it. But he's competent enough to perform to a level that we can look at and say, yes, that's what we need. Bare minimum, that's what we need. 7 out of 10. This player should not be putting in 4s and 5s. He can give us 7s and 7.5s. I'm not saying he's the best thing since sliced bread, because going forward, we know he's not a great, overlapper, underlapper, crosser, shooter. Cool. So he's not got everything. But ask him to do a job. And he did the same thing against Dortmund last season. And I'm not even saying we've got to keep him long term, because I personally don't see the need for 2 left backs on 200k that cost over 50 million. For me, that's just dumb. But whilst he's here, he is going to be able to do a job if utilized correctly. And today, he was just told again, defend. Don't worry about the overlapping. Don't worry about the underlapping. Fight for your life. Put the jewels in. Get stuck in. He done it. And again, I'm just happy for him, because, if he had gone to Man United on personal terms at the end of the window, I said it in one of my videos, this guy right now, his stocks are on the floor, okay? And he has put in some poor performances. I'm not here to rewrite history. This guy has dived into challenges and left bare space behind him and all sorts of things he's done. Sometimes I've asked him, can you cut your hair so you can navigate the game better? But listen, he won Player of the Year at Brighton. Like, this is not a player that can't do nothing. So just understand that if he had gone there, you might have seen a performance or 2 out of him, and we're seeing it now. So really happy for him, because I haven't seen any unprofessionalism, regardless of whether or not he feels like he should get minutes here, there, whatever. He's done his thing. 1-to-1 with Poch, come in, done his right back job, helping us immensely. I want to see if there's actually any statistics quickly that I can get up on some of these guys. Cucurella today. Let's see what we got. Duels. 2 out of 3 ground duels, 1 out of 2 on the aerial, 91 passing accuracy. So a little bit of an improvement from what happened in midweek, because we know midweek he gave the ball away a bit. But again, I'm not expecting his passing to be A1 on that side, because he's on his wrong side anyway. And for me, like I said, it looks so odd. For Levi Colwell, again, really good on that left side. Very much on the touchline a lot today as well, on that touchline. But listen, it's not long term what I'm trying to see, but it's what we have to put up with at the moment because maybe the height issue. So it is what it is. Broja is good. I'm gonna go through some super chats quickly. Give us EPL already. Poch is cooking. Too much, Gabriel. But I like the fact that you're hyped. You enjoy your day. You enjoy your night. Pochettino expects Mudryk, Broja, Caicedo to be ready for Sunday. We play on Saturday. So Sunday is no good to me. Sunday is no good to anybody. We play Saturday. So Pochettino better have them ready for Saturday, because there's no use of them being ready on Sunday. We play on the 7th. The 7th is Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff away to Burnley. I think they'll be fine. I get the heebie-jeebies. If anybody pulls up in a Chelsea shirt, I fear the worst. If someone pulls up with cramp, I think they're out for 9 months. It's just my own personal problem. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, I need you ready for Saturday, not Sunday. So yeah. All right, cool. We're going to go for, about 5 minutes more. Got Big Six afterwards. Let's see what you guys are saying. He's good for depth. Yeah, listen, I'm not trying to advocate for depth, because I think if you come in on 62 million, and you're making 175k, you need to be a starter. So you got to work towards being a starter. I don't really want a depth player on that money, because first of all, listen, if we're winning titles and shit, I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? I don't really care. I'm not an accountant. I dropped out. But I know how the board are going to be, and the board are not really going to want a player on that amount of money as depth. Sterling, if he doesn't perform this season, I've said it already, he had a good start, but he needs to pick up. He's in trouble. He makes a lot of money. Cucurella, if he doesn't nail down a starting place, they already try to ship his ass off to Man United. He's in trouble. Chilwell, if he is injury prone, plus the performances aren't where it should be for a 200k left back, which I've said before, Chilwell, listen, he's done great things for us, but he's not untouchable. I've said it so many times. He is not untouchable. I said it with Nini when I was on his channel. I said it he's not untouchable. Chilwell has got to work his ass off for his place, because there's a lot of things Chilwell can't do. He can do some things, but there's certain things he can't do. Same way Cucurella, there's certain things he can do, certain things he can't do. There's certain things Chilwell can't do as well. So you make 200k a week and you're vice captain. You need to be starting and you need to be fit and performing. Obviously, that can apply to Reece, but Reece's ceiling is so much higher than Chilwell's and Cucurella's. It's not even a conversation. I don't like it when Reece James and Chilwell get branded as this duo. Like, no, you're not a couple. You're this guy and you're this guy. Like, you're in two separate tables. You don't sit at the same table. This is one potential and this is the other. This is not the same. So I think I've said these duos happen all the time. Fred and McTominay, Kovacic and Jorginho. This is not a boy band. Stop the duos, yeah? I want to separate shit out nicely. Two separate players, two different stratospheres in terms of potential. Just allow it. Allow all of that extra shit. So he's got to perform. So that's how I see it on that side. Or one of them is going to get axed. It'll probably be Cucurella because he didn't get that armband. And so it is what it is. All right. So let's see what else is being said. Yeah, 100%. 100%. More than you can believe. But I left because I didn't like it. It was too boring for me. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want to crunch numbers for the rest of my life. I'm good. All right, let's see what else is being said in the chat. Is there anything I've missed that I should have spoken on? Because I've kind of just gone all over the shop there. Also, second half, this is where the professionalism comes in, right? We spoke about the perfection. Second half is more professionalism. Pretty, dull second half, but I don't care. If you give me a performance like that every week, I will take it. Chelsea, do your job in the first half. Second half, you can just see the game out. And it was a bit flat. All good. Substitutions come on. Sterling comes on. Didn't really do too much. On comes Maatsen, hit the post. Should have scored. Enzo on the rebound. Give it a little dink, a little finesse. Could have been 3-0. Leslie Okuchukwu comes on. All these guys. Obviously, a couple of late changes as well with Caicedo and Enzo coming off. So I'm good with that. I don't mind it. It was professional. It was managed. It was measured. It was good. At no point in that second half did I feel like they were going to score for them. Big save from Sanchez. They should have scored that, but that happens. Every team, even City, Liverpool, top teams, their keeper has to make a save. It happens. That's not a problem. So yeah, second half, really professional, really well managed, and we moved. So it doesn't get better than that. Now, why did this happen? We could talk about lineups. We could talk about tactics. The real reason this happened today is the sponsor. Give it up for the sponsor. Round of applause for the sponsor, people. Round of applause. Round of applause. 40 million a season and 3 points. Listen. And 2 goals. And you think that was an accident? Listen, let me ask you this question. When was the last time Chelsea were good without a sponsor? Deep it. I want you to really let that marinate. When was the... Man said clap. Instead of use the emoji, man just wrote clap. When was the last time Chelsea were good without a sponsor? Do you remember? Do you remember us being sponsorless and good? Maybe in the 1930s. Do you know what I'm saying? In Division 3, like FIFA, some shit. Listen, we need a sponsor. We've got our sponsor. We're looking fully kitted out and we're balling out. That's what we want. That's what we need. So, new sponsor, Bounce. I'm going to give credit to the sponsor. They're paying us well and we're giving them performances in return. Now, we're going to see how good that sponsor really is when we play against the top teams. But yeah, don't go anywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? Up until then, we're just going to shamelessly take that one. That was good. No. I think in that, I know what game you're talking about. In that game, the Yokohama sponsor was still there, but it was kind of like really merged in with the kit. And it was very hard to see. So it looked cold, but the sponsor was still there. And that was only one game, I think. So, yeah. Listen, the sponsor looks good. It's not looking too bad. I can't lie. It's not looking too bad. All right, cool. Let's see what else is being said. So yeah, shout out the sponsor, innit? Because it's been a long time coming, man. Been waiting a while. But yeah, it looks nice. It's nicely organized on the kit. Don't take up too much room. Just sits in its spot and does its thing. It's not like that massive 3 logo that was just all over the thing. It was too much. But yeah. All right, cool. Lampard is a pundit as well. That's where we want him. That's where we want him. I wasn't trolling when I said I want him back in punditry. I haven't heard a word he said today, but it doesn't matter because he's in the TV studio. He's not there disgracing nobody. He's there, standing there with his hair not grey, no wrinkles on his face, calm, collected, composed, talking with Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville next week. Leave him there. That is the former player image that I want to keep in my head. I don't need him on the touchline ever again. I don't want John Terry on the touchline. I don't want Drogba. Leave these man doing their thing in the punditry world, whatever. That's where we like it. Look, his hair is back. It's thickening again. It's blossoming. Look at him, shining. That's my Super Frank, where he belongs. I love it. Not causing me stress. And do you know what? We need pundits on Chelsea. Mourinho said it so many times. We don't have enough pundits when it comes to Chelsea. So we actually need him in there. I'm not even... Outside of me piss take, he needs to be in there because we don't have nobody in there representing us. Bare Man United pundits, bare Liverpool. We need a Chelsea one. So you do that for us. You want to help us? That's the best place you can be. That's the best place you can be. Okay, we're going to wrap up because I got Big Six after this. I'm going to very quickly give you guys the... Well, you was asking me about... And do you know what? I'm going to say this. In the preview, we got it spot on. We said 1-0. We didn't say 2. But in terms of Fulham's lack of attacking threat and the fact that they have more points than they probably should have, we got it spot on. They didn't create no problems today. Jimenez was quiet. You can see why he's not scored this season. They weren't really a problem. And this is the same feeling in terms of opportunities we got against Bournemouth and Villa. So that's why those games really pissed me off that we didn't win. But hey, we can't do nothing about it now. You guys are asking me to check a tweet. I'm going to wrap up after this. Lampard on the pain of getting sacked in 2021. Okay, I will definitely give that a listen. Yes, I will. Right, guys, much appreciated. Bless up. Big up. Enjoy your evening. Big Six is next. We will be there. Liverpool lost. Man United lost. Man City lost. We did not. We won't get many weekends like this. I want you to enjoy. I want you to get a drink. If you don't drink, get an apple juice. Get, I don't know, bubbly baths. Whatever you need. Relax yourselves. Enjoy your evening because we don't get this often. So just enjoy it because we may never see anything like this ever again. So until then, listen, thank you for 65K. We're pushing for 70. Smash up the likes and subscribe. I'll see you guys on Big Six. And I'm going to have to cuss a couple people for the Pro Club's performances last night as well. So stay tuned. In a bit, people. Peace. Love.